I'm really excited about this next problem because it's going to test your algebra skills, and it involves a little bit of long division and dimensional analysis. So let's suppose you're told you have 6.57 grams of some particular substance, and you're told that its molar mass is 262.84 grams per mole. Can you calculate the amount of moles contained in 6.57 grams of this substance? All right, the first thing that I'm going to do is analyze the units or the dimensions. So you have grams divided by grams per mole. And we know that dividing by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by the inverse of that fraction. So this becomes grams times moles per gram, leaving us with a unit of moles, okay? Now for analyzing the numerals. A lot of people are uncomfortable working with decimals when you have to divide them, especially when you have to divide a smaller decimal by a larger one. But this is actually extremely easy to work with. All you have to do is convert both of these numbers into whole number form and then proceed with long division. So in order to do that, you'd have to multiply by 100 in the numerator, because that would create a 2-place decimal shift to the right, giving us 657, and also multiply by 100 in the denominator, because that would give us another 2-space shift to the right as well, making the numerator 26,284. Right, so now we can proceed with long division. So the dividend is 657, and the divisor is 26,284. All right, so how much times does 26,284 distribute evenly into 657? Well, we know that our answer is going to be 0. Insert a decimal point and add a 0 to the dividend. Ignoring the decimal point in the dividend, how much times does 26,284 go into 6,570? Well, that's 0 as well. So now what we have to do is add another decimal to the dividend. And I say decimal, but I mean another 0 after the decimal to the dividend. Ignoring the decimal again, how many times does 26,284 distribute evenly into 65,700? Now this looks a little better, because I'm going to treat this number as approximately 25,000. It's a little bit greater. So we know that if you multiply 2 times 25,000, you're going to get a 50,000. And if you were to multiply this 25,000 by 3, you would get 75,000. It's not going to work. So we'll try 2 here. So 2 times 4 is going to give us 8. 2 times 8 is going to give us 16. Write the 6, carry the 1. 2 times 2 gives us 5 plus 1. 2 times 2 gives us 4 plus 1 gives us 5. 2 times 6 gives us 12. Write the 2, carry the 1. And 2 times 2 gives us 4 plus 1 gives us 5. Let's find the difference. Alright, so 0 minus 8 can't be done. So we're going to borrow from the 70, turning it into a 69. So 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 6 is going to give us 3. And 6 minus 1 is going to give us 6 minus 5 is going to give us 1. 5 minus 2 gives us 3. And 6 minus 5 gives us 1. Alright? So that's our remainder. Let's try to expand this one more time. Bring the 0 down. Alright. So how much times would 26,284 go into 131,320? If I still treat this number as approximately 25,000, I know that 25,000 goes into 125,000 5 times, which is relatively close to 131,320. And then if I were to try to multiply this by 6, it would become 150,000. That goes over a little bit. So we're gonna try 5. So 5 times 4 is 20. Write the 1. Carry the 2. 5 times 8 is 40. Plus 2 is 42. Write the 2. Carry the 4. 5 times 2 is 10. Write the 0. Carry the 1. Actually, 5 times 2 is 10 plus 4 is going to give us 14. The 1 has been carried already. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 1 is going to give us 31. Write the 1, carry the 3. And 5 gives us 10 plus 3 gives us 13. Now this doesn't pan out quite right. Well, the actual answer would be 4, not 5, but something that's kind of apparent is that because these numbers are so close, we know that the next digit is going to be something like a 9 or 8. So we would eventually end up rounding this number back to 5 anyway. So, just go with the flow. And that's that. So our final answer is going to be, if we combine the units, and then I'm going to round this up to 5, 0.025 moles, or in scientific notation, 2.5 times 10 to the what power. So in order to create 2.5, I had to shift the decimal space 2 spaces. But since I shifted it 2 spaces to the right, I have to negate. 2.5 times 10 to the negative 2 moles. Okay?